Hey everybody, welcome to Talk on the Veranda. I'm your host Wayne, and I would like to talk to you today about attitude of gratitude. How a person can go from having pretty much everything he wanted in life to having to literally be dependent upon other people to survive. Even so now, because without mother, I honestly don't know what I would do. Okay. And apparently thinking about mother got me so excited that I forgot my train of thought. So, you can either give me a second to try to remember that, or we can just plunge on along. And so, attitude of gratitude is the way that I went from where I was in that very dark place to where I'm able to communicate with you now pretty much regular, and I'm happy about that, very happy about that. I still make a little bit of progress physically. I seem to do okay, especially around the house and things that I'm familiar with. Things that I'm not familiar with, I have issues with. Mother's trying to take me out more, get me out at least maybe once a day. I used to go months without going outside. I had to, of course, focus. Basically, that's what I had to relearn how to do, was focus to get myself to relearn stuff. So, but I did it, and the way I did it, and the way I'm still here, I believe, is because of my attitude of gratitude that I have had for a long time. Before, the reason why I say attitude of gratitude is basically at different times throughout my life, I have actually heard that phrase. I believe the first time I had heard that phrase was when I was somewhere between, I don't know, 12 maybe, I don't know, and 12, 13, somewhere along in there. I had heard it in a song, and it was an attitude of gratitude, and it kind of had a good jingle to it, so it stuck with me. You hear it in other songs, you see it in other things, you read it, of course, and you see it portrayed or enacted in like movies and stuff. And one of the things that really frustrated me about stuff. So with the attitude of gratitude, so with that attitude of gratitude that I've had before, even during the event and post, as in a couple of videos ago, I said to you, I'm very grateful to be alive. I'm very grateful to, be on this porch and just have all this beauty around me. Mother and I went up to see Teresa and Robert whom had used to live here but had lost their home because of financial issues and was on the street for some time. And they're now living in an in-town suites. And as a matter of fact, when Mother and I our first place together was an in-town suites, and we lived there for 2.5 years. And my God in heaven, walked into that in-town suites, and it's so damn small. And there's so many people walking around in front of your windows, up and down, looking in your shit, no privacy. Cars everywhere, people that dress the part of, street thugs or crack dealers or whatever you may conjure in your head, just hanging around the place. And thieveries, thefts in the area are high. Turnover is very high. But, I stood there for a little bit and I looked at that chaos, the people, and just the feeling of it. And I said to myself, if I lived here, I couldn't be comfortable here. I couldn't be appreciative of living in this place. Now, I know there were some people who are appreciative to live there. And in fact, a time in my life, I was appreciative. But where I lived was farther down, miles down the road, at another unit, and it was a different setup. Same kind of people, but it was just, it was open. This apartment, it was closed in, and maybe it was just me. But I thought to myself as I watched the people around me, how can they have, do they have the attitude of gratitude for what they have at this moment? Because I can assure you that whatever you have in this moment can be gone in an instant, and you won't even know it. So, maintaining the attitude of gratitude, I believe, has allowed me to kind of go a little farther than what I may have been told or suggested. The thing that really gets me is like, okay, I got another damn jury summons. Yes, another jury summons. Didn't we deal with that a few years ago? This is my third jury summons in like 2 or 3 years. I said, this is nuts. I said, Mother, there's no way I can go do that. She said, I know. I already called them. They're going to send you an email. Bottom line, I'm exempt. I'm permanently exempt because of permanent disability. And I looked at this doctor letter that I sent in for this, and it also says that I am permanently disabled. In other words, unable to financially in some way unable to take care of the daily tasks of living, or, yeah, let's just leave it like that. And it's hard to have an attitude of gratitude when you were doing something and then, an instant later it's gone. It is gone. I'm just thinking, of that moment we were driving home, and in a blink of an eye, everything in my life changed. Everything I had was gone. By that I mean, in here, everything that was in a position was moved. So, through the support of my lovely wife, man, I owe her so much. Through the support of my wife, and maybe a couple of other encouragers, I got here. But, God, that's not what I want to talk about. Attitude of gratitude is how I got here. In your own life, you got stress, you got financial issues. I feel it. I feel you. You've got problems in relationships. When two people are trying to be as one unit, you're going to have problems. I don't know if the camera moved or not. I kept my glasses off because my glasses are really, really dirty, and I noticed on that last video that I did that my glasses actually were lighting up the color of the, light bulb. So, in your own life, right, you got all this shit going on. Maybe it's been building up, and slowly your perception is changing as happens when change happens. But you get so caught up in just trying to survive, trying to deal with what's happening, that you have damn little appreciation for where you're at. Damn little appreciation for the ability to drive a vehicle, much less drive the car that you have, the truck that you have, and drive every day. Simple things like that. The ability to see right, actually, that's one of the abilities that I am still working on. And there are times that I'm loosened or loosened. Yeah, I guess. There are times that everything's clear in my head and everything's clicking along just fine, and then, I don't know, I try to, it seems like when I'm trying to do something, something happens, and I just kind of, fall down on the ground, and then when I get back up, I can't find my glasses, so, whatever. Attitude of gratitude. Dude, you gotta have welcome to Talk on the Veranda. I'm your host, Wayne. Dude, you've got to have an attitude of gratitude. If you don't, you're a fool. With an attitude of gratitude, what I'm talking about is just stopping and appreciating everything in your life at least once a day. It doesn't really take that much time. You know, not to stop and to think about, okay,